One female paratrooper, 300 enemies, 72 hours time. Nobody believed Staff Sergeant Maria Vasquez could survive alone behind enemy lines. The mountains of Afghanistan would prove everyone wrong. The heroic women of paratrooping. Major Marie Rossi made history as the first female combat pilot in the Gulf War. Sergeant First Class Jessica inspired with her courage after being captured in Iraq. And today, dozens of female soldiers in the 82nd Airborne Division fight shoulder to shoulder with their male colleagues in the most dangerous paratrooper operations. Have you ever faced a situation that seemed impossible alone? And how did you fight through it? Share your experiences in the comments. If you believe these incredible female paratrooper stories deserve to reach more people, hit that subscribe button and ring the bell. This story is dedicated to them and all our heroic female soldiers. Fort Bragg, North Carolina. 3 days earlier, in the 82nd Airborne Briefing Room, 50 paratroopers prepared for one of the riskiest operations in Afghanistan. Commander Captain Robert Iron Eagle Phillips explained the situation by pointing to the map. Gentlemen, Taliban leadership is gathering at a mountain base in Kunar Province. According to intelligence reports, they're planning a major attack. Our mission is to capture them with a night raid. Staff Sergeant Maria Vasquez sat in the front row as the only woman among 50 male paratroopers. At 27 years old, Puerto Rican-born, with 6 years of combat experience, she was the 82nd Airborne's most experienced female paratrooper. Vasquez, Phillips turned to her. You'll provide logistic support and medical backup. Frontline combat will be handled by the men. Sir, Maria responded with a determined voice, I'm also a combat-certified paratrooper. Why am I not on the assault team? The male soldiers in the room looked at each other. Some smiled, others shook their heads. Staff Sergeant Mike Bulldog Rodriguez, a 15-year veteran, intervened. Maria, this is real war. Women can't survive alone behind enemy lines. It requires physical strength, mental toughness. Rodriguez, Maria spoke calmly but determinedly. My father taught me mountain hunting in Puerto Rico. I have survival training. I'm ready. Phillips ended the discussion. Decision made. Vasquez in support role. No discussion. Afghanistan, Kunar Province, August 15th, 2011, 2 a.m. In the cargo bay of the C-130 aircraft, 13 paratroopers made their final checks. Maria, as the only woman on the team, checked her equipment. M4 carbine, 240 rounds of ammunition, 72 hours of rations, medical kit, and survival gear. Phillips came to Maria. Vasquez, remember, your support. If things go wrong, pull back and get to the extraction point. Sir, we don't leave anyone behind. Isn't that the 82nd Airborne motto? This is different, Sergeant. Women. Phillips couldn't complete his sentence because the jumpmaster was shouting, 30 seconds. Below stretched the dark mountains of Afghanistan. According to intelligence reports, the drop zone was clear. Minimal enemy presence was expected. Go, go, go! 13 paratroopers jumped into the Afghan night from 8,000 feet. When Maria's parachute opened and she checked her GPS, her heart stopped. The coordinates were wrong. Strong winds had blown them 15 kilometers away from the intended drop zone. Below, she saw too many fires. This wasn't a village. It was a major enemy camp. Mayday, Mayday, she spoke into her radio. Skywolf actual, we're dropping into wrong coordinates. I see major enemy camp. Only static noise came from the radio. The first bullets started coming while Maria was still in the air. Taliban fighters below had spotted the parachutes and began firing with automatic weapons. The disaster moment. Sergeant Johnson on the right, hit by bullets in his parachute, lost control and died crashing into rocks. Corporal Williams on the left got tangled in trees and was killed by enemy fire. Specialist Davis was exposed to machine gun fire during landing. Private Martinez landed heavily wounded. Maria used emergency landing techniques to land in a rocky area. Looking around, the situation was horrific. 11 of the 13 paratroopers were dead. Only she and heavily wounded Martinez were alive. According to GPS calculations, they were surrounded by 300-plus Taliban fighters. The nearest American base was 50 kilometers away. Night. First contact. While trying to reach Martinez, Maria encountered the first enemy patrol. 4. Taliban fighters were searching for the fallen paratroopers. She hid among the rocks. She used the patience technique her father taught her while hunting in Puerto Rico. Mija, a hunter must be patient. Wait for the right moment. When the first Taliban fighter approached within 20 meters, Maria activated the silent elimination techniques she learned in advanced combat training. She neutralized all 4 enemies without making a sound. After collecting their weapons and ammunition, she reached Martinez. Martinez, how are you? Bad, Sarge. Shot in the leg. Can't move. Martinez's condition was serious. Femur fracture and heavy blood loss. Moving him was impossible. Maria, Martinez breathed with difficulty. Leave me. Save yourself. Someone must survive. No American soldier gets left behind, Martinez. You know that. Maria chose a defensible position for Martinez, a small cave between rocks. From here, there was a 360-degree view. Morning. Major search operation. As the sun rose, Maria saw a terrifying sight in the valley. Taliban had started a systematic search operation with 200-plus fighters. Dogs, ATVs, organized search pattern. Martinez, a major search operation is starting. I'll hide you here. I'll keep them at a distance. The first Taliban group approached the cave in the afternoon. 12 fighters were systematically searching every rock. Maria's advantages. High position. Tactical high ground. 360-degree view. Natural camouflage. Puerto Rico hunting experience. She started precision shooting with the M4 carbine from 200 meters. Her father had trained her with the one-shot, one-kill principle. First firefight, first shot, squad leader, headshot, second shot, machine gunner, center mass, third shot, RPG operator, neutralized, fourth, sixth shots, remaining threats eliminated. In 15 minutes, she neutralized 6 Taliban fighters. The rest retreated in panic. But there was a cost. She had started with 240 rounds. Now she had 210 rounds left. Night. Guerrilla tactics. In Puerto Rico, her father had taught Maria guerrilla warfare tactics. If the enemy is bigger than you, break their morale. Night is your friend. She silently approached the Taliban camp and set improvised booby traps. Simple explosives with medical kit materials. Tripwire traps. False trail markers to direct the enemy in the wrong direction. At 05 SAR in the morning, the plan worked. 3 explosion sounds echoed in the valley. Panic among Taliban fighters. There's an American ghost. He's watching us at night. How does he find us alone? Psychological warfare working perfectly. Morning. Coordinated attack. Taliban had detected Maria's position. They launched a coordinated attack with 50 fighters. Simultaneous approach from 3 directions. Mortar support. Machine gun suppressive fire. Maria's situation. Ammunition. 180 rounds left. Food. 1-day rations. Martinez. Condition worsening. Enemy 250 plus still active. Martinez, hold on. I'll stop them. Using advanced tactical movement, she moved position to position. Every shot counted. Taliban machine gunner neutralized. Mortar team eliminated. Squad leaders, priority targets. After 2 hours of intense firefight, Taliban retreated, but Maria's ammunition dropped to critically low levels. 120 rounds left. 7-second hour. Final standoff. Maria's radio suddenly crackled. The first signal in 3 days. Skywolf, this is Rescue Alpha. Do you copy? Rescue Alpha, Skywolf. I'm alive with 1 wounded. Need immediate extraction. Skywolf, we're 30 minutes out. Can you hold position? Maria counted ammunition. 45 rounds left. Taliban preparing final assault. 100 plus fighters. Martinez, Maria spoke determinedly. Extraction is 30 minutes away. I'll stop them one last time. Maria, you're a hero. Puerto Rico proud of you. Taliban launched the final assault wave. Maria faced 100 plus enemies with 45 rounds. Strategic positioning. Every shot calculated. Use captured enemy weapons. Improvised explosives final use. Maintain psychological intimidation. Position held for 15 minutes. Ammunition completely depleted. When hand-to-hand combat began, advanced combat training kicked in. Knife fighting. Close quarters combat. Use environment as weapon. Sky Wolf, rescue Alpha inbound, pop smoke. Maria detonated her last smoke grenade. UH-60 Black Hawk appeared over the ridgeline. The helicopter landed under enemy fire. Maria carried Martinez to the extraction point. Sergeant Vasquez, the rescue team leader looked in amazement. Did you hold out alone against 300 enemies for 72 hours? Hoo-ah, sir. Mission accomplished. At the hospital, Captain Phillips visited. Maria, I apologize. You're not just a good paratrooper. You're the pride of the 82nd Airborne. 6 months later, Staff Sergeant Maria Vasquez received the Bronze Star Medal. But more importantly, no commander ever said women can't survive alone again. Maria's survival tactics were now taught in the official curriculum at the 82nd Airborne. And every new paratrooper was told. Sky Wolf held out against 300 enemies for 72 hours. Because the 82nd Airborne never leaves anyone behind. Gender doesn't matter. Courage does. In Puerto Rico, her father smiled with pride while reading the newspaper. That's my guerrilla girl.